Welcome to another video. I'm the Starman, and in this video I want to show you how to capture a full moon. Now if you've seen some of my previous videos, you'll know that I just don't like to go out and just capture the full moon in the sky, although I do it on occasion, but I really like to try and capture it if I can over a landmark, because when you capture the full moon rising or even setting over a landmark, I think it makes all the difference. It really makes for a great photograph, and I've done it over Blackpool Tower, I've done it over the White Church, a church down in Lytham, I've done it over the windmill as well down at Lytham. So if you look back on my videos, you can have a look at those. I'll probably put a link to those at the end. So actually tomorrow we've got the full worm moon for March. It's called the worm moon probably because worms start wriggling about at this time of year or something like that. And the weather is set to be clear. Now what I want to do, now I live in Blackpool, and what do we have in Blackpool? We have a massive tower. It's 500 feet, over 500 feet tall. And my idea is to try and capture a picture of the moon behind the tower tomorrow. Now the only way I'm going to be able to do it is to get it when the moon sets, so I'm going to have to be up fairly early because the moon sets towards the west, and if I can place myself towards the east of the town, I might be able to get the moon moving behind the tower. Now I'm going to be in the Stanley Park area of Blackpool to capture this shot. Somewhere near the zoo, I'd say. I've checked on this app called the Photographer's Ephemeris, and apparently from that location there's a chance to capture the moon going down. This shows you all the angles. It gives you a rough idea of where the moon will be and the sun and all that sort of thing at given times, and where you'll see them from your location. And I know there's a chance of the moon going down from that location. Now there are some trees in the way. Now I have been round there and I took some pictures. Now I'm just showing you a picture on the screen now. You can see the tower there. You can also see the clock tower in Stanley Park as well. That would make a nice shot, but as you can see there's trees there, isn't there, as well? So it's a little bit difficult to get a clear shot, but I think if we can get the moon between those, that'd be quite a nice shot if I can get that. But I don't know how high the moon's going to be exactly. It could be too low, it could be too high. We'll have to wait and see. I'm going to check some other angles. I've got another picture here taken from another angle just with the tower itself, and if we can get the moon coming somewhere near the tower, the top of the tower there. Now the tower is actually around about, I'd guess, around 3 degrees above the horizon from there. I did a test with my fingers. Now it's probably just under 2 fingers out an outstretched hand, as I'm showing it in this photograph. It just gives you some idea of how high the tower sticks up from that location. It's around about 1.7 miles away, and that's where I'm going to go, and hopefully the moon will drop in. Yeah, so I think being quite far away from the tower, around about 1.7 miles as I've measured it on Google Maps, the tower is going to look quite small on the horizon, around about 3 degrees above the horizon. It's going to be like that above the horizon. And the smaller the landmark is, the further away from the landmark you are, and you get the moon going behind it, the greater the effect. And when you use a telephoto lens like this, you can get an absolutely incredible photo. So that's what I'm going to try and do. We'll have a bit of room to move around. I'll be able to move right, I'll be able to move left, but those trees could be a bit of a pain. But that's what I'm going to try and do, folks. I'm going to head over there tomorrow morning. Now the moon is due to set at 7:15, but I need to try and get the picture before 7 o'clock because it's going to be too low after 7 o'clock. It's going to pass down too low and I'll not get it from that location. It won't make a great shot. So anyway, I'm going to head down there tomorrow morning and we'll see if we can get a picture of the moon going behind the tower. I'll show you how I set it up. I'll show you the settings. I'm going to be using this lens here. It's a 300mm lens. I'm going to be using this camera here, a Nikon D850, and we're going to head down there tomorrow. Now it might be a little bit frantic, a little bit rough and ready, folks, this video, but hopefully I'll get a picture of the moon setting behind the tower with this, and those trees won't get in the way. So let's see how I do, shall we? Okay, so I've just parked up the Star bus there on this road here, and I'm at the site now. I'm walking into the field to find that spot that I mentioned that I found on the app, and just look over there. Can you see that? That's the moon there. Doesn't it look absolutely amazing? It's really low down and it's getting close to the tower for me. I better get into position and line up this shot. Just look at this. Wow, as a dog runs past. There it is, folks. It's about 6:30 and that's where the moon is right now. I've got to find a clear spot between the trees. Right, okay, I've got company, by the way. This is Frank in Blackpool behind me. Anyway, the original spot which I'd planned to take the moon was somewhere just over there at the side of this hotel here. But unfortunately, the moon is going to pass over the top of the tower from here. I'll just turn the camera around and show you. Sorry about this rushed video, but I've got to get this shot. Yeah, so originally I'd wanted to place myself somewhere over there, but at the side of this hotel here, and get the moon coming up over the tower, in between the clock tower. Can you see at the park there? You can just about see a clock tower there to the left of the tower. But at the moment it looks like the moon is easily going to pass over the top of the tower. So we're not going to get the shot from here. So we're not going to get that shot with the clock tower. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head... Oh, and look at that pink sky. Can you see the pink belt of Venus there? It's starting to come out. This is the thing, you see. The sun is going to rise in about 10 minutes and that pink sky is going to drop down and it's going to look absolutely amazing. But anyway, I'm going to have to go that way so that the moon moves to the left of the tower and we'll get another chance of it dropping behind the tower. That's the shot that I'm going to try and get, but we've got to go down this way here. Oh, here we go, folks. It's always a bit frantic when we're doing these Moonrise videos, but look at that. I'll just stop a second for it. Just look at that. Can you see we've got the belt of Venus, we've got the shadow of the earth, that bluish grey band below, and that pink is starting to come out and the moon's getting lower and lower. And if we go over here, we should hopefully be in line to get it dropping behind the tower. Okay, so we're down here now, and we've now got the moon to the left of the tower again, and I think it's going down. I don't know what the angle is it's going down on. It's almost 45 degrees. So, but we've got these trees, of course, haven't we? Look at these trees here. Oh God, I wish those trees weren't there. I do like trees, but you know, when you're trying to line up a shot like this and the trees are getting in the way, it's a bit of a pain, isn't it? But it's getting better, folks. Right, okay, I'm not sure if you can see this, but I've just lined up the shot here. Look at that shot there. Can you see the moon there? And we've got the tower down here. Now, I'm not sure if I need such a high ISO, but the shutter speed is 80th. I'm going off what the meter is telling me here on the right-hand side. And this is the overexposure above and the underexposure below. So I'm more inclined to probably just underexpose this a little bit. I don't think I need such a high ISO because I'm on a tripod, so I'm going to bring that down a little bit. I'll have to raise the exposure a bit with the shutter speed here. We're going from 80 to about... This is at the moment, this will change as it goes along, as the moon gets a bit further down. So this is pretty much how we're looking, folks. I've already focused on the tower. If I zoom in, I'll just show you. You'll see that we're focused on the tower. I made sure to get the focus right on the tower. So you see the tower's actually lit up in orange today. Can you see that? I've focused on the tower there. So we'll just wait and see if it drops into position from where we are here. I'm not sure. If not, I might need to just move back up there a bit and see if there's a gap between the trees, because I'm not sure whether it's going to just pass a little bit too low for my liking from here. We'll have to wait and see. I've just taken a quick shot there as the moon is coming down. It's about to go into the shadow, but that pink sky is coming down at the same time. I'm just checking the time. The sun isn't quite up yet, so we're not quite at that perfect time where I want the moon to be sort of inside that pink sky. But we're getting there. Look at this now. Doesn't that look amazing? There's a tower and there's a moon. Doesn't it look amazing? I want it to drop behind the tower, but I don't want it to drop behind the tower too low down. I want it to be somewhere near the top. So that's what I'm trying to get. So there's a little bit of waiting to do yet and dodging trees. Right, okay, I've moved up a bit and I think we might just have it from here. Now these trees over here, now I do love trees by the way, but when they get in the way of a shot like this, they're a bit of a pain. But I've moved up here and there's a gap here, you see, and it looks like we might just be able to get the moon go behind the tower higher up than we could back down there. I think it was going to drop a little bit too low, so let's see how we do here, shall we? I'll tell you what, it's the battle of the tripods here as me and Frank line up our shots of the moon here, and it's not looking too bad, folks. I've changed the shutter speed to 1/200th of a second now because it's getting a bit brighter. I need to make sure the moon's a little bit darker so we can get detail on the moon. But look at this, folks, it's looking good. There we go. Look at that. Can you see that? Look at that. That is beautiful. It's now going to touch the top of the tower. We're going to get the moon touching the top of Blackpool Tower. How about that? Absolutely amazing. Just between this gap in the trees. Wowzers. Oh, look at this, folks. It's almost there. I want to get the moon slap bang over the top centre of the spire of the tower there. And look at this, folks. I'm taking pictures like mad. So I'm just taking picture after picture after picture here, folks. And hopefully I'll get one where it's right. The moon is right over the top there of the tower. Oh, look at this. Look at this. I've just got to keep taking pictures. I think it's right over the centre. Oh, it's almost over the centre. I'm taking pictures for fun. Look at this. Oh, look at that. You can see the spire. The very top of the tower is right over the centre of the moon now. We've done it. We've cracked it, folks. We did it. We got the shot. How about that? Absolutely amazing. It's now going to move past. It's moving past now. You can see it's just gone off centre. I might be able to level it up a bit, but we'll see. Okay, so I've moved down a bit to the left and you can see the moon has moved a little bit further to the left. It's fairly low next to the tower now. This is what I meant. I didn't want it to be too low, but we might just get another chance now of it touching the tower. Let's see if we can get another shot from here, this angle, shall we? Oh, look at this. You can see the sunlight now. Can you see this now? We've actually got sunlight. The sun has now risen and look at that. What a sight. We've got the moon there right next to the tower. I'm still taking pictures here like mad. There it is there. That's how it looks in the screen there. Yeah, I'm just going to keep taking pictures. It's going to touch the tower again from this angle, so we'll get another shot here. I'm going to have to crop the shot, by the way, because of, you know, the trees and everything. So I'm going to end up cropping the shots because I don't really want the trees to be in the shot. So there you go. We got it, folks. I'm still taking pictures, folks. This is where the moon is now. It's right on where the window level of the tower is. Yeah, look at that. Absolutely amazing. I'm keep taking pictures. Wow, it's touching the tower again right now. So there we've got the sun rising. Can you see that? There's the sun rising. And as the sun rises, we look opposite the sky and we have the moon set. Look at this. Look at that. Whoa. Look at that. You can see the sunlight there now. Amazing.